These are 20 times fans shocked the NBA world. And coming in at number 20, Jordan Poole is ready to risk it all.
The Warriors are playing their third game in 4 nights. Poole, what an up and under! The great shooting's not always going to be there for the Dubs. You watch on the defensive end. Oh, Poole's just cooking right now. His last couple trips down. Poole 3. Got it! He's got 40!
Dang, this girl didn't know what hit her. But neither does Adele, because Steph Curry gave her an experience she'll never forget.
All-star, and I'm sure, Dirk, you remember your first as Curry puts up another three.
Here we go, video game. It's video game time. It's video game.
The Dirk Nowitzki.
I saw everyone out here oohing and on with him.
He's already got the from Stephen Curry. 7.5 misses. We can't keep up. Another three.
He's asking you to go in. He's playing with us.
He's 15 of 21.
If Steph and Aisha ever get divorced, I think we know why. Let's just say, ball don't lie. Just like Katie's lips.
Now, I know you're watching the double team and you're watching this game close. Air Force and Chris Paul.
She got hit with the ball and she gets a kiss. She's going to tell all her friends about this tomorrow.
She needs it.
A little sloppy here to start.
Yes, it is.
Durant down the lane.
Meanwhile, Griffin has hit 5 of his last 6 from the line. Durant, difficult shot, and he knocks it down. Only his 5th field goal. He still has 20 points because of Perkins. They just get it across the timeline. And Durant, count it, and a foul. Once again, what a turnaround. Paul had a chance to make it.
Hold up, bro never told me he was into grandmas. But while Kevin Durant has his eye on boomers, Beyonce can't keep her eyes off him.
Davis. So he's hit on 5 of 6 from the field. Durant with a deep 3. And the foul. Solomon Hill making contact. Durant played by Holiday. They clear it out. Durant. Yes. As you say, Pelicans do get back. Green flips it up.
Jay-Z better start sweating. He's no match for the Slim Reaper. But next up, it's the time Ja Morant caught feelings. Because on November 27, 2022, Pete Davidson brought a date to Madison Square Garden. American actress and model Emily Ratajkowski. In other words, it was Pete Davidson's chance to catch a W. Fresh off a breakup with Kim Kardashian, this was his opportunity to rebound. He just needed 2 things to make it to the dream date. 1, W Riz. 2, a Knicks win over the Grizzlies. Initially, all was going according to plan. Before Ja Morant had other ideas.
Ja Morant gets in the paint, floats it up, shot.
Ja Morant's going to make the city. So, Derek, enjoying playing Ja.
Morant spins. Oh, what a play by Morant. Morant attacks a 360 spin block, got it back and laid it in, and the Grizzlies have the lead with 13.9. Timeout Knicks. How about that awareness, partner?
Safe to say, that's the last day Pete Davidson will be bringing to Madison Square Garden. Just like Ben Affleck won't be taking Jennifer Lopez to watch LeBron again. Because once the King heard there was a famous Latino in the crowd, it was all over.
Great pass from Marcus Smart also. But it makes it easier when all you've got to do is get it near the rim.
A touch from LeBron James. 13 points in the first 9 minutes of action. James, straightaway 3, bullseye.
He's off to a great start. Have played extremely well for the Celtics.
LeBron James, bottom on a 3.
Well, that's become his game now, particularly in the half court. Over 40% of his shots from 3.
LeBron might be ancient, but one thing still hasn't changed. His ability to smell a baddie from a mile away, especially a thick one. Although, what if I told you that's not the only thick celebrity who turns LeBron on? It was Game 4 of the 2023 playoffs between the 2nd-seeded Grizzlies and the 7th-seeded Lakers. Lakers up 2-1 with a chance to go 3-1, all but ending the Grizzlies season. So naturally, the Grizzlies did everything in their power to keep their hopes alive. The only problem, they didn't subscribe to the channel. Plus, you can't stop a king when there's a baddie, let alone a Kardashian sister.
Roddy again guarding LeBron. Roddy and Brooks on the floor together.
King has staggered pick and roll, and they create a tunnel.
James, another block. Wow. Desmond Bane denied.
Skeptics argue LeBron James doesn't have that killer instinct, but this moment begs to differ. Speaking of which, LBJ might have his eyes on Kim Kardashian, but Devin Booker is focused on a different sister, Kendall Jenner.
21 assists on 28 made field goals. Booker kept his left foot down twice, gets it to go, plus the foul. And now Booker says, I'll rock the baby, as Bazemore gets hit with a technical foul.
Yeah, they're gonna cheat.
Booker turns the corner and lays it in. Devin Booker now with 17 points.
They're playing 5-on-4 because D-Book got caught up.
Okay, D-Book, I see you. Now I see why Kendall can't keep her hands off him. But the same can be said about Tom Holland and Zendaya. I mean, can you really blame Zendaya? Dude's got Spidey powers. However, that's not stopping Klay Thompson. After all, he was once married to Spider-Man's ex-girlfriend, Liz Allen from Spider-Man Homecoming, aka Laura Harrier. So bro knows a thing or two about getting a woman stuck in his web.
Curry on the drive, now pulls back, finds Klay Thompson. His three-pointer. The season with a personal family matter. Last 25 games as Thompson hits a three. 8 3-pointers for Golden State, although Thompson fakes, fires, puts it in.
Sheesh. Zendaya Klay is giving Game 6 Klay a run for his money. That said, Zendaya Klay comes nowhere close to Jordan Poole around baddies, because the second he sees a baddie, he turns into prime MJ.
Gonna get a 2-for-1 here. Poole short. And Poole saves it. Kuminga now. Here's DiVincenzo. Gives it back to Kuminga. Poole sets up for three. And it's good. What a sequence by the Warriors. Kuminga, offensive board. Jordan Poole. Finally, the Warriors see one go through. Here's Jordan Poole. Left open. Side step. And that one's good. Jordan Poole. Poole will drive. Poole. Oh, what a finish. And one for Jordan Poole.
How about G gonna fall into the crowd, get back into the play, and still find a way to drain a three-pointer? There can only be one explanation. Bro is trying to get laid. However, now that we're entering the top 10, we're changing it up. Because it's one thing to see a hot fan, it's another thing for a fan to take matters into their own hands. And at number 10, one fan picks a fight with the wrong dude.
Fans, come out and cheer, come out and boo, yell all you want, we encourage that. This is just plain stupidity. Somebody points some popcorn, and any athlete, being Westbrook or whomever, they are pumped with their adrenaline. He's probably feeling bad, his team.
Brody must have woken up on the wrong side of the bed. Because if someone throws popcorn at me, I'm eating it with the swiftness. But while Russell Westbrook chose violence, Paul Pierce chose kindness.
Having some fun with the fans. Throws his headband, they throw it back at him, he throws it back into the stands, and then Pierce makes his way through the tunnel.
Whether it's America or Canada, some things never change. Toxicity from opposing fans is one of those things. That said, it can get a lot more toxic than that. Just ask Dwayne Wade. The date was April 29, 2016, and fans were expecting a matchup between the Miami Heat and the Charlotte Hornets, when instead, they got something much better. The Dwayne Wade versus the Purple Shirt Man.
Wade, but I tell you what, Purple Shirt Man got to sit down, and somebody's got to control him.
Wade, another three. It's good! Dwayne Wade from downtown! Had not hit a three-pointer since December.
Wade wants Kemba Walker to switch on him.
Wade leans in, falling away, puts it in! Dwayne Wade does it again!
There's certain people you never want to piss off. Your wife, your landlord, and most importantly, Dwayne Wade. However, Purple Shirt Man wasn't the only fan who picked a battle he couldn't finish. The same season, another fan put the ball in Ballsy.
Need to figure something out offensively here. They don't, they turn it over. There's Darren Williams out with a sports hernia.
Everyone complains about their favorite player missing big shots, but this Pistons fan proves it isn't as easy as you think. Speaking of which, it's even more difficult to run on the NBA courts. It takes careful planning, excellent execution, and of course, a lot of cojones. However, that didn't prevent one fan from trying. There was just one small problem. The security guards weren't having any of it.
Look at Randy Orton slithering. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out! Somebody's run onto the floor.
these people. And there's somebody else here who's trying to go after Taylor.
Yo, this ain't the FBI. The only crime this person committed was extreme fandom. That said, don't try this at home. But if you thought that fan was gutsy, you haven't seen anything yet. Allow me to remind you of 2019, one of the greatest sports seasons ever. The Red Sox end the championship drought, Tiger Woods wins the Masters, Kawhi Leonard ends the Warriors three-peat, the list goes on and on. However, one of my favorite moments that year came from a person you least expect.
Jamal Murray has 17.
Well, we got a fight in the crowd to our right.
Hey, someone called Nico Omolana and Jadian. We need to get this fan on season 2 of The Biggest Menace. Which reminds me, Jadian may not be the biggest menace, but he still takes the NBA world by storm. See, if you follow Jadian, you'll know he does crazy stuff at NBA games. From getting his hair cut courtside, to asking Jason Tatum to tie his tie, and everything in between. You never know what this dude is going to do next. And on December 10th, 2021, he performed his most satisfying feat yet.
I love you! I love you, Boogie! I love you, Boogie! You want to on the bench, bro? Yes, sir!
Let's go! Let's go, we can't! Let's go!
Stop acting like that, bro. Tell me your job.
Thank you! Thank you!
Thank you, Mr. Cousins! Thank you, Mr. Cousins! I love you! Thank you!
Let's just say dreams do come true. You know you made it when your idol signed your jersey. DeMarcus Cousins is a baller, but not as baller as our top 3 moments, because these moments put the baller and big baller brand. Actually, I lied. Turns out one fan did the unthinkable, because there are some things you shouldn't do that go without saying. Bringing a laser pointer to a Houston Rockets game certainly qualifies.
Booker at 6'8".
I'm not sure which is crazier, DeMarcus Cousins finally getting to meet his grandpa or shining a laser at James Harden. Let me put it this way. One of these actions got almost 9 million views on YouTube. The other got a fan banned from NBA arenas for an entire year. But next up, it's not a serious matter, it's a laughing matter. It was Christmas Day 2015 between 2 of the league's biggest rivals in a matchup of last season's NBA Finals. LeBron's Cavaliers versus Steph's Warriors. So naturally, tensions were high. The Cavs wanted to get their revenge, whereas the Warriors wanted to prove they were still the top dog. However, players weren't the only ones with something to get off their chests.
Green struggles with his dribble. Spins, trying to draw the foul. He does. Shot won't go.
This reminds me of high school drama all over again. It's fun and games until you get caught in 4K. Yet this wasn't the only time fans got on LeBron's nerve. Fast forward more than 5 years later. It was February 2021, and this time around, almost everything had changed. LeBron was now on the Lakers, and instead of facing the Warriors, the Lakers were battling the Hawks. But despite the differences, there was one thing that remained the same: tension. With the Lakers up by 8 and only 8 minutes to go, Atlanta fans started to get frustrated. But instead of holding in their emotions, 2 fans decided to use that anger toward heckling LeBron.
Well, it's been over a calendar year since these 2 teams met. We've got a lot of jawing going on the front row, and look at that. And now the security is getting involved.
I mean, the referees are actually telling the security they may want to...
Now, we already knew King James was a diva, but this is an all-time low. LBJ may be the king, but it might not stay that way if he keeps abusing his powers. Sooner or later, his reign is going to come to an end. But you know what isn't coming to an end anytime soon? Epic NBA dunks. From Derrick Rose turning into a kangaroo to the best dunk of the 2023 season. And the time Scottie Pippen almost ended a man. These are NBA dunks you have to see to believe. And if you don't want LeBron to kick you out of an NBA game next, you better start watching.